Ian from Big Tire Garage, back with the Rugged Ridge crew, downtown Moab, in the Jeep display. Now this is all about the Gladiator this year because that's Jeep's new flagship rig. And every year they build one concept vehicle to sort of tie it all together. This is the star of the show. This is the M715 5-quarter concept vehicle. This is amazing. It's based on an original M715. It's got a supercharged Hemi in it. It's got a full modern drivetrain with Pro Rock axles front and rear, big tires, full custom interior, which is super cool. The best thing is they said that they would let me start it up right here so I could hear the engine. Wait till you hear this thing. It's insane. Pretty nasty. I think this rig is perfect, but it's built to pay homage to the Gladiator, so let's go check out some of those. This is the Jeep J6. Now, in the 70s, Jeep built something called the J truck or a tug truck, and you'd often see them out doing work. There's some military-based versions and some civilian contractor versions, basically mail and airport use and stuff like that. This is similar to that. It's a standard cab. We'll call it a longish short bed. The bed on this is 12 inches longer than the standard Gladiator bed, but instead of being the crew cab, this is actually a 2-door. It's just a really cool package. You can see how this is sort of like blending the two together. We went from the 715, that was in the 60s, and then into this J truck, which is kind of getting us closer to the 70s. And then the next one will basically be the Gladiator modified for lots of fun. This is the Gladiator flat bill concept. Now, it's named that obviously because there's two dirt bikes in the back, and most dirt bikers, when they take off their helmets on the West Coast, they wear flat bill hats. And it really kind of shows how versatile this truck is. It's still a Jeep because from the bed forward, it's got everything that we'd expect to see in a well-built off-road Jeep. It's got coilover conversion up front, Pro Rock axles, 40-inch tall tires, but then a bunch of little things. You know, the hood has a new treatment on it with the Rubicon badging, vented fenders, but that truck bed in the back really sets this apart from any other Jeep model that's ever been built. The fact that you can have a hardcore off-road rig and still haul two dirt bikes in the back and have room for 4 of your friends, I gotta say, that's a pretty cool truck. For me personally, this is the perfect Gladiator. I think that's exactly what this vehicle is designed for when guys start to modify it. It is the WAYOUT edition. It is basically the ultimate overlanding machine. Not too much of an aggressive change to the Jeep. Only a 2-inch lift, 37-inch tall tires, and I love the steel wheels. It has a bed rack system in the back, obviously rooftop tent, and an awning. This truck, in my opinion, is set up for the ultimate overlanding experience. You could drive it for hours on the highway, drop into remote destinations, and pretty much be standalone, ready to camp and experience the great outdoors with everything that you would need at your fingertips, including your own margarita station. This is what would be called an attainable concept vehicle. This represents what you could do basically right off the dealership lot. You know, you buy the stock Gladiator, go through the accessory catalog right at the dealer, 2-inch lift, Mopar wheels, everything you see on this Jeep would come straight out of the dealership, drive it home looking like this, looking cool, ready to hit the trails. If the 715 concept was all about the 60s and the J6 was all about the 70s, well, the Gladiator Jeep Scrambler concept is all about the 80s, and it's sporting that classic 80s style. The white paint with that 2-tone stripe. We saw that on Renegades, on Comanches, and even on classic Jeep Scramblers. That is the look that you saw rolling around the streets back in the 80s. This Gladiator concept sitting on a 2-inch lift, nothing too serious, but to me, one of the coolest things is the fact that it's got bed bar in the back with lights on the roof. Nothing says 80s like lights on the roof. And that is it. some amazing Jeep Gladiator builds and a very sweet M715 on display right here in downtown Moab for Easter Jeep Safari.